It finished 1-1. I said at half-time we'd get a goal. I had every faith that we would do it. Just not quite enough to get us over the line and make it 2-1 to Leicester. Could have been at the end. Bit of chances. That last 8 minutes of injury time just didn't quite really create a chance. We had quite a lot of the ball, but not quite there. What do you want to talk about? This is Leicester Fan TV. Get your views in, get your comments in. We'll put them all on screen. Join us via the video link and get your views in after City draw. Yeah, I've put the link in. If you want to click on the video and you want to come in, feel free, do that. As many fans as possible, be great to get you in. Chaz saying, bit pedestrian, Chaz? I don't know. Maybe I was watching a different game. I thought that was more than decent. I thought Leicester, to be fair, had the best of the first 20 minutes. Then Arsenal had a great second half of the first half. And then I thought generally the first half, we were the better teams. I thought we played well, and I thought I'm more than happy with a point in the end there. Could have got a win. But get your comments in there. Keith says, a draw away at Arsenal is always a great result for us. Keith, we haven't achieved that since 1995. Picked up any points. Nick Halpine says, unlucky not to go away with 3 points. I agree with you. Gray looked the most creative player. He did well. Yeah, I thought he did all right when he came on. I thought he was a bit frustrating in that last 8 or 9 minutes where he just didn't quite get the ball in, but Mark is saying, bear in mind I think Mark means it was 11v10 at that point. Steve Black is saying that's the best played since we came back from the break. Yeah, I thought it's getting better. I think we played better against Palace, and that was even better. Arsenal are one of the form teams of the Premier League. They've just won 3 on the trot. They beat Wolves away. So, Scott, I mean, what do you want to say about VAR as well here? For a start, they didn't VAR Nacho's goal in the first half, which I've only seen twice, but I still felt like wasn't too much wrong with it. How many times did they have to VAR check the red card? I think after watching it once or twice, you could see it was a red card. And I'm not being funny, Scott. When Leicester scored, when Jamie Vardy scored, what on earth were they checking it so many times for VAR? It was like they were trying to find the slightest thing to rule it out for. Perez wasn't offside when the ball was kicked, and then Vardy wasn't offside. They were trying anything they could to try and get Leicester to not win that game, if you ask me. If you want to click on the link and come on live via the video link, you can. I've got Josh here. Let's see if we can add him in. Josh, can you hear me? Josh, I'm not sure if you're there, but your video camera isn't working. So, Josh, I'm going to take you out and get you to come back in, please. So, kicking Josh out there. See you. You got to come on with your video, please. Billy Payne says, never VAR when we need it. It infuriates me. We were literally kicking the coffee table with that one. VAR works good tonight. The officials are the problem. Yes, I hear what you're saying, but did you not feel with the Vardy goal they were trying to find a problem with it? That would be what I would say. Chris Allen says, even if Perez touched it, Vardy was behind him. I thought Perez was onside clearly as well, to be fair with you, Chris, so I just didn't think it was a problem. Franco, yes, Harvey Barnes, he does suffer with that. It's going to be something over the next year or so which will define whether Harvey Barnes is a top quality player or if he's not. Callum, I agree. It was as if Sky didn't want us to draw there. Just could not be more uncomplimentary. I even heard Alan Smith. You've got to remember Alan Smith is ex-Leicester, ex-Arsenal. But Alan Smith did say on the red card incident, he goes, well, sometimes you could let players off for that. And you're like, what are you on about? It's a red card or it's not a red card. Perez was offside when he looked like he touched the ball, hence the VAR check. I disagree, Casey. From my view of that, when the ball went forward, Perez was, I thought, clearly onside, Casey. I've got to say, I thought it was clearly onside, but that's what they were checking for. They obviously thought he must have been, and but they must have checked it 100 times to see if it skimmed off his football stud. Mick Paget saying Bennett did well. I thought he played much better second half as well. David saying, I think we played great tonight. Gray was a bit selfish at times. Schmeichel was man of the match. I mean, that is one of the things I want to ask you about what you think, who was man of the match tonight. Tony says Smithy loves Arsenal. He's red, not blue. Too slow at the end, didn't capitalise on it. I know, Stephen, I do agree that last 10 minutes, especially the last 8 minutes, was highly frustrating. Aggie says, decent away point. Agree with you there, Aggie. He says, just to go and beat Bournemouth now on Sunday. Or tonight's point. Yeah, I agree. A hard-earned point away at Arsenal in that rain. It is now the time to go on to Bournemouth. Rob says, I agree with Rob. Perez was onside and never touched the ball. Totally agree with that. But Ian, this is what I'm saying. They were desperate to find it offside. They were desperately trying to rule that out. Do you know what? I've heard conspiracy theories about Leicester this season. But tonight, I think it was proved. They were desperately trying to rule that goal off, just like they were very happy to allow Nacho's goal in the first half to not go through. Listen, we've got Locks has joined the stream. If you want to come on the video chat, anybody can do. I'm going to put the link back out there while Locks gives us his views and his takes on tonight, Locks.
Whew. What do I say really about that? I mean, first, I think we played well today. I don't think we played any better. No, I think we played better actually than we did in the Palace game, and especially better than the previous games. At the start of since the restart. I've seen a comment there about Schmeichel, man of the match once again. He's kept us in the game. If those kind of goals would have gone in earlier on when he made 2 good saves, in the first half, it would have been game over. He's kept us in the game again there.
He did indeed. Let's get some more comments coming in on this from everybody who's watching. I'll come back to you, Locks, in a minute. Raj says they don't want us to make top 4. Given our appalling record at Arsenal, that's a good result, says somebody on Facebook. Gray is just... He can't see a good ball if he puts his hands down his pants. I like that, Jason. I must read your comments before I put them on screen, Jason. Alan Smith saying Leicester were punching above the weight. I agree, Smithy. He might have played for us, but he does not want Leicester to do well. His comments were not very positive on there. I've got somebody else clicked on the link as well. Let's add him in. It's Jack. Jack, what would you like to say tonight? Come on, Jack. Can you hear us? Jack, your connection is really poor, Jack. Can I ask you, Jack, try again?
It is. Okay, give me a second.
Try again. Oh, bless him. Lots,
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What would you like to say? Oh, Jack, we're going to have to let you go. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate, about that. Listen, I don't want to grumble Locks about Alan Smith and his commentary of the game. I want to get back into the game. Lots of positives from it tonight. Iheanacho, I thought, played very well tonight. I thought Perez played very well tonight. They were 2 of the standout players for me tonight. Who was standing out for you, Locks?
Agreed. Yeah, completely agree. Obviously, Schmeichel's the obvious one. Perez, Iheanacho. Just like last game, I don't think Tielemans had an awful game. I've seen some comments online and people kind of turning on him a little bit again, but I don't think. I was going to say earlier on, I think without Maddison on the pitch, I think it gives Tielemans a bit more freedom to push up, find some passes there going forwards. But I don't think he had a bad game at all. Perez as well. He picked up a lot of loose balls. He kind of got some balls up to Vardy, up to Iheanacho, even all Brighton in the first half to try and find some space. So I think they did have a good game. And Ndidi as well, he made a couple errors. There were a few errors there in the first half, especially some lazy balls, some proper lazy balls. But I think a few of there's Jamie.
Come on then, Jamie. Jamie's walking. Jamie. It's been down. Jamie's locked down Leicester. Nobody around here has been down the boozer. Jamie's been down the boozer in Alcudia in the sunshine, making us all well gel, as the youngers would say, Jamie. So tell us, what was it like tonight in the pub?
It was great, having a beer, watching the football. It was fantastic. It was brilliant. But I just thought it was a decent game, to be honest. For the neutral, I thought it was a great game. I know Locks, he said 1-1, which I was a bit surprised. He said 1-1, because that's all he goes for, 1-1. But yeah, I thought, actually, on that second half performance, I thought we deserved a win. But a point at Arsenal is a good point at Arsenal, I think, to be honest.
Jamie, just before you clocked on, I was saying to Locks, it felt like it. I think you've been one of the people saying VAR, they don't want us to finish in the top four, Jamie. But he's getting mobbed out there. Jamie, I thought that tonight was proof that they were trying to find something wrong with our goal tonight so that we wouldn't get that goal with Jamie Vardy.
Oh, yeah? What about Nacho's goal? What was wrong with that?
Again, I didn't see anything wrong with that myself. I thought it was a clash, but...
He blew on him, literally. He blew on him, and was it Mustafi that went down?
Yeah.
And he just went down like a bag of spuds. Now, it seems like, I mean, you know, Phil, I've been saying there's a top four, top five biased against
I didn't believe it.
VAR.
I didn't believe it, Jamie, till tonight. And then tonight, I think that was as clear as day to see.
Yeah, 100%.
I saw on the replay. I mean, we had been in sports on, not Sky Sports, so I didn't hear the Alan Smith commentaries you've been saying, which hopefully improves because he's on a week on Wednesday, so he better improve his commentary when he speaks with us.
He is. To be fair, he is on with Tom on the Fox's Tail, isn't he? A week on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We'll have him about it, Jamie. We're going to ask him.
You be careful. Don't say anything that will upset him with me. But on the Bidding Sports one, I don't know if you saw it, the female referee, what's her name? Sean Massey, is it? She actually flagged for the free kick. So, but why didn't it go to VAR? Why don't things like that go to VAR?
It looked like the Nacho goal didn't go to VAR.
No.
Certainly on the Sky Sports copy, it didn't look like they were VARing. It just looked like the officials had said no, but surely...
Yeah, well, you know my feelings on VAR. You know it. So I just think it's pants.
That's it. I mean, because I've noticed it time and time again. If there's a decision against us, they don't really check it often at all. They give it maybe one glance and that's it. But you see the red card as well. I know some people will argue it's not. Some people will argue it is. I think it is. It was studs up, dangerous. But yeah, the goal. I mean, they were checking that, and like you said, Phil, it was as if they were trying to find some reason. They checked Vardy, they checked Perez, they checked to see if Perez had touched the ball. They were trying to. That's how it seemed. People will say, "Oh, well, there's no conspiracy and all that," but it's just how it seemed all season. If I'm honest.
I mean, John Simpson saying, "Don't forget, Arsenal had a goal disallowed." They did, but it was pretty. One
it was offside.
You could see it was offside. So,
But they were checking ours, left, right, and centre, from behind every single angle. They checked it.
They were checking to see if it just glanced Perez's studs. That's all it would have done, because you could see if it had touched his studs, it didn't change the goal or anything. It was just. Anyway, it's the first time, Jamie, I've really noticed it and believe what you're saying, that they tonight felt like they just didn't want us to get that point.
Conspiracy theory. That's all I've got to say to you. Conspiracy.
Yeah, Steve Ward says here, happy with a point. Leicester deserved a point. Same old moaning Arsenal.
Yeah. I'm just doing me live.
I thought Locks. I thought we deserved to win it in the end.
Yeah. I think obviously. I mean, one thing I will say is I think we didn't take. We were too after the goal. Coming up to the last 10 minutes or so, I don't think we were urgent enough. I know it's difficult because obviously down to 10 men, they are going to kind of sit back as much as possible, and we have struggled to break teams down in the past who have sat back. But I still don't think we were urgent enough. I don't think we were urgent enough in the whole game. We were counter-attacking, but there just didn't seem to be Leicester City counter-attacks. They were kind of, you'd get halfway at the pitch and then it would be a sideways pass. There was no kind of, there was no conviction to the counter-attacks at all, and especially at the end of the game, I think we could have been a lot more urgent to try and catch them off guard and sneak in a late winner.
I mean, Jamie Gray saying there was a lot of wayward passing from everyone tonight. The conditions were pretty horrific in that rain and the wet. I generally think that's the best we've played since coming back from lockdown today.
Oh yeah, that second half was fantastic. I thought we played really well. Some slick passing. The first half wasn't brilliant, but the second half was good, but the second half was pretty damn good. Just on the sending off, you were saying earlier about Alan Smith saying about the goal and looking at. On Bein Sports, they said it was a clear red. On Sky Sports, did they say it was a clear red, or did they just try and say no, it wasn't a red?
Well, to be fair, Alan Smith did comment after it was given as a red. He said, well, maybe in these conditions, you give the player the benefit of the doubt.
Because to start off with, I said to my mate that I was sitting next to, I said, nah, that's not a red. He's just like gone 50-50 with the ball and nothing's happened. But when you look at it again on the replay, it was a clear red. That was a certain red, no matter what.
Yeah, it's one of them when you slow it down. It looks a lot worse, but I do think it was I mean, I think if it was Vardy making that challenge, it would be they'd send him straight off, and I don't think they'd check it more than once, if I'm honest. But yeah, it did look a lot worse in slow motion, but I think it was definitely a red.
I mean, rarity going to the screen as well. I haven't seen that for ages. The referee actually going to the screen and trying to look at it.
Yeah,
makes a change. It's what it's there to be used for, but I don't like VAR. Hate it. 100% hate it.
Yeah, I'm coming back to somebody's comments here. I'm going to put them on screen. Somebody has said, thought that Brendan Rodgers got the substitutions well today. I can't find the comment. When I do, I'll put it on there. I was a bit surprised when he took Nacho off, to be fair with you lots, because I thought Nacho, again, was having a really good game and looked the most likely to score. And then he took Ndidi off, put Pratt on. So what do you think to Brendan's performance today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the last game we said that the substitutions were a lot better, but are we just saying that because we won the game and the same today because obviously we got the point? I'm not sure on that, but I think I understood why he took Ndidi off at that stage of the game. Obviously, they were down to 10 men. They weren't really kind of getting forward. They were hitting some long balls forward. That was pretty much it, especially after the sending off. I think it's a difficult one, really. I mean, Gray came on and once again he did make an impact. You can't deny that. Obviously, he did, get the. I think, he got the assist, didn't he, for that goal? I want to see Gray perform starting. When he's in the starting 11, I want to see perform how. I don't know, Jamie. I'm not saying I want him to start games. I'm saying.
Oh right, I misheard you.
Yeah, when he does start games. Yeah, when he does start games, I want him to obviously show his worth, really, how he does when he comes off the bench. But I think overall the substitutions were okay today.
Jamie, Terry's asking, what do you think on Bennett today? I thought I wasn't so convinced first half, but second half I thought he did better.
Over an hour he played, I think, then he made the substitutions. I think he did a decent job, but like you say, the first half wasn't the best, but it was okay. But yeah, he plays in a back three. He used to play in a back three with Wolves. So hopefully that's the way Rodgers might go. He might keep it. But playing against Arsenal, it's a difficult formation to play against. But I think Bennett did reasonably well. Not fantastic, but he did reasonably well, to be honest. Hopefully he keeps the formation the same, I think.
Did you think Soyuncu seemed a bit lost in that back three in the first half?
Yes.
Yeah, there were moments he didn't really. I mean, obviously, we say that Bennett, he's used to playing that, in that system at Wolves. Yeah. But I think Soyuncu struggled a bit in the first half. He didn't really know where he was meant to be.
The only thing I can say about that is when you play a back three, you lose the corners that can play the balls through the back three and the space at the back where the full-backs would be if you played four at the back.
Yeah.
Which Soyuncu found out for the goal, wasn't it? Ball got slipped into the corner, ball across, goal. But we got back from it and we got a point. So we played well. But I think working on it, you'll get a decent formation out of that three at the back.
Yeah. I think generally people I would say it's about 80% positive about Bennett, and there are a few people saying he looks a bit slow and a bit not quite at it. But although Reece is saying Bennett recorded the fastest centre-back sprint in the league last season, so he ain't that slow. But listen, just briefly before we go, chaps, a point away at Arsenal is great. Now, what Leicester have to do, Jamie, is is go and get 3 at Bournemouth, isn't it?
Yes. The good thing about that point is that Man U cannot get above us yet. We're 4 points ahead of them now. Is that right? 4 points ahead of them?
Yes.
I'll
Yes.
check. Oh, do you know
Yeah.
that, Box?
Yeah. Obviously, they've got a game in hand, but yeah, we're 4 points above.
So yeah, would have been if they've got Villa tomorrow night, haven't they?
Yeah.
Man U. So the goal difference is. So it's like 2 points. The goal difference with the goal difference.
It's Chelsea are in third on 60 now. With us, we have dropped down. We are on 59, but we've got 32 goal difference and they've got 17. And then in fifth, it is Man United on 55, but with 23. So effectively, that goal difference is worth a point, like we keep saying. Wolves are on 52, 7 points behind us, but only on a goal difference of 9. So that's like an 8-point gap. Every game that goes by and we're still in that Champions League spot. We're still in that Champions League spot, Jamie.
Well, yeah, but the good thing about it, though, isn't the Man City appeal tomorrow, next Monday, to see whether Man City are allowed in or not. I think it's July the 13th to see whether they get allowed in or not, which might give us the extra space. But then people will say, "Oh, we only got in by default," so we'll just have to wait and see on that one, won't we?
I think Chelsea have got some tough matches themselves, though, Locks, haven't they? So, it's not going to be straightforward.
No, Tom put it in the chat, didn't he? I think they've got United as well. They've got Liverpool out, I believe, as well, and Sheffield United as well, like us. So, yeah, but we need to get 3 points, against Bournemouth. There's no question about that. This is only a good point today if we get the 3 points against Bournemouth. They're not it's not going to be an easy game because obviously they are still fighting for survival, aren't they? They can still go down. So they're going to be. You saw them against United. They scored 2 goals, didn't they? So they will be fighting. But we need to clear them out. We need to get 3 points against them, and really we need to get 3 points against Sheffield United as well to kind of give us the best chances of staying in the top 4.
Jamie, everybody's been asking about your sponsored walk tonight. Where are we now?
Oh, it's bloody mad. I'm at home now. I'm back at home now.
Back at
I
base.
was about 15 minutes away from home. So yeah. So I'm here now. I'm back at home.
Nice little exercise after a couple of pints. Was there many in there in the end, Jamie?
Not really. Only me and my mates. There was some Spanish there, but other than that, that was about it, to be honest.
Fantastic. Well, you got to watch the football down a pub. Not many of us can do that. We've had to watch it from homes. But listen, a point is a point away at Arsenal. 12 away games down there. We haven't pulled anything out. And to be fair, we could have edged it. But in the end, a draw was, I'd probably say that was fair enough-ish. Locks, would you?
Oh. Yeah. I think it was.
Let's take a point.
Yeah, I take a point. And we just need to go in and get those 3 against Bournemouth. That's all that matters now.
Yeah, Jamie, somebody on Facebook saying, can see it all coming down to the last season for Champions League against Man United. We can all see it coming, can't we?
Oh, yeah. It's all right. The missus.
Sorry, you're getting done by your missus.
Yeah,
Is your missus telling you off?
Yeah, did you hear that? Yeah.
She's going like this. What time do you call this, mate? You've been still down the boozer?
I'm surprised.
Come on.
She was asking where she was asking where the kebab was. That was all.
Don't tell me you're carrying a kebab as well.
No, I didn't bother. So she's missing out on that. Sorry, Phil. What was the question you asked?
How under the thumb are you, Jamie? That was the question.
Oh, very. I'm always under the thumb, mate. I think we all are. When we've been married, yeah, we all are. We all are.
Yeah. Right. Let's leave it. I don't know. Let's leave it there.
I know. Let's leave it on everyone taking the mickey out of me now, shall we?
You can tell me, Jamie, who's on tomorrow night with Tom?
Tomorrow night is Brian Little at 7:30. So make sure you're there. Yeah.
Starting the wave. Locks. Go on, Locks. Tell us about yours.
On Thursday, yeah, me and Josh are obviously back on Thursday. 7:30, I think we'll be starting at. So yeah, just obviously talking a bit about this game just gone, and also the Bournemouth game coming up, and obviously reading out everyone's comments. So yeah, it'll be a good one. Jamie, aftermath show before the game on Sunday.
Oh, I know. Yeah, but at least it's about 8 hours before the game, so it's not too bad, is it? But then next Wednesday on the Fox's Tail, Alan Smith. So we can ask him about his last game he commentated on Leicester.
Yes. I think that's exactly the first question. So, Mr. Smith, how biased are you for Arsenal? Did you forget you used to play for Leicester?
Well, he can't be biased.
No, not at all. Listen, guys, thanks so much for joining us. It's been a good result, and we'll see you guys soon over the next couple of days.
See you all later. Adios.
Right, let's get through. Thanks, guys. Thanks to Locks. Thanks to Jamie. Let's get your comments on as much as you can. Auntie Karen says, have that young lad on again, Phil. He's very good. Talking about Locks, I think he is on every Thursday now. Karen doing his own show, 7:30 with Josh. Simon says Sky is a joke. FFS says Ian. Sky now saying Vardy should have been sent off when kicking their chap in the face. Blimey, it's wet. He's skidding. He didn't even mean to do it. That is just crazy, isn't it? I just can't. I'm so glad I'm not watching the Sky Aftermatch if that's what they're getting. They're trying to compare, just as if they don't want us to do it, do they? So everybody's saying this. Arteta saying Vardy should have been red card. That's just ridiculous. I mean, he was on the floor. His foot was behind his head. Absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe that. Where's the Vardy red card that Arsenal fans are on about? I just absolutely bonkers that they're going on about that. It really does sound bonkers. Paul Newbold says, hello all, great point tonight. And Reese is saying that Chelsea do have a tough run-in. As ever, thanks for watching. Don't forget, Leicester Fan TV, you can go and follow us at all the socials, which is at Leicester Fan TV. If you're watching this on YouTube, do subscribe to us. As ever, thanks to all the guys who help bring us the content on a match day, which is AET, Eat Me, Tiger, Beer by Everard's, Peter's Pizzas, Leicester Garage Conversions, Piglet's Pantry, the Fox's Arm, which will be open next Monday. So you can go and see Jamie if you manage to get over to Alcudia, Pink Car Leasing, Hologram, and of course Memphis, who is the charity that we support. But most of all, I couldn't do this without the other guys in the content team and of course you guys watching it. So for me, it's been a good night and we'll see you. Don't forget tomorrow night, 7:30, Brian Little.